Follow the finger.
Restorations where all turns new. Bikes and cars revived, it's quite a view. With Kaz and Winnie, the restoration team will make these classics fulfill their dream. Watch the shine from rust to shining chrome. It's built a journey, glad you've come along. If our restorations get your motor running, like and subscribe, keep the channel humming.
Good morning. Beautiful sunny day. Which is good news because I don't feel brilliant. Right, let's turn our attentions to the rear view camera, incorporating the new number plates. So I'm just watching the quality control or Winston there, pasting them down. There we are, 2 new plates, and here's the old one, and here's the old fixing screws. I think you can see what's wrong with these. Yes, that one's sheared off. And guess what? That one's sheared off too. Let's go round Lifestyle Ford. I should have filmed this while I was doing it, but never mind. Oh look, it's all sheared off. But am I bothered about that? I have a new rivet. Yeah, one of those guns that puts a threaded post in a hole that's not threaded. You'll see what I'm trying to say. I'm full of cold. It's the summer, for God's sake. What is going on in this country? It's the UK, by the way. Right, so I need to clean this area up. Ooh, I have found the perfect product for keeping your grey bits grey. It's not bad after one coat. That was horrible yesterday. That was just a mismatch of grey lines and shit. Now look at it. Look at that. Even the handles have come round. That bit's coming round, but it's still got that old shitty black stuff on there that I put on there. But generally, overall, you got to agree, that is good. What is it you're using, Easy? What is it you're using? I can't tell you. It's a trade secret. I could say it was Auto Glim, bumper and trim gel, but I'm not going to say that because it isn't that. I will endeavour to post up a picture of it in a bit so you can go and buy your own. I can't believe it. It's wicked. Anyway, let me crack on with number plate. I need to go and get my riv gun. Let's go and get my riv gun. Let's go say hello to Winston. There he is. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. How you doing? Are you okay? Yeah? Okay. Right, riv gun. I knew it was around here somewhere. Here we go. Here is the threaded riv gun. Basically, you put whatever size you want, whether it be what's that? M3? Yeah, M3, M4, M5, and M6. That's right. Or was it M8? I can't remember because I've never used a bloody thing. And then you choose which size. We drew your hole to whichever size of these you're putting in. We've got different types. I'm going to use, I don't know what I'm going to use. I think they're all galvanised, aren't they? That is, I don't think that's going to rust very quickly, is it? So that's zigged. That's treated as well. So basically, you put that in the hole, and then you put your tool on it, and then you crimp it together, and then that pulls this part. No, yes, pulls this threaded part up behind, so it acts the same as a rivet. And then, of course, you unscrew your bit that you've screwed into there, and then that leaves you with a threaded fixed hole, like the ones that's in the car already, the van already. So yeah, that's a bit of kit I'm going to be having fun with this morning. Brain isn't engaging with tongue. Oh, Brian, I hope you got home all right with your bike. I had a message this morning. My bike's broken down. Oil everywhere. It's the end of the world. I don't know what to do. Which is pretty shit, isn't it? On a Wednesday morning, or any morning, to think of it. But I hope he's gotten home all right. I hope you got home all right, buddy. And let me know what the issue was with your bike. What are you doing? You coming in here, are you? Is there a boogeyman? Oh, it's a boogeyman. Yeah, so yeah, I'd like to say thank you again to everybody that participates and gets involved with the channel. It's all about you, really. I do this just because I'm fucking bored. No, I'm not. I just love to try and fix things. And if anything I do ever helps anybody out, regardless of what it is, then brilliant. That's just, we're all here. We only get one shot to help each other out, aren't we? This is, no, I'm not going to divert and go deep and heavy and shit and war and all that bollocks. No. Just stop fighting, everybody. Stop fighting. There's enough shit in this world without us fighting each other. Anyway, I've got a poo bag. Oops, better put that away, otherwise he's going to think he needs a WALK. Right, I'm going to get myself a brew, get myself sorted out. Need a drill with a drill bit in it to make some fresh holes. What I'll do is I'll make new holes in my new number plate first, and then I will marker pen through those two holes with the number plate on the back of the door where it's going to sit, and then I will drill through those marker pen holes, and I will know where to put my riv nuts. Oh, brain's not in gear, I do apologise, but it's funny at times. I think it's one of those times. Right, catch you in a bit. Right, well, I've just got the drill out and I've put in a 3.5 or 4mm drill bit. It's not important, it's just what first drill bit I come across. Now, I am now going to drill 2 holes in this number plate in the black area, because I have options of where to drill. I could drill in the yellow, and on the front one I could drill into the white, but I want to drill into the black, so you don't hardly see that at all. If you drill into the yellow, you're going to see a slightly different shade of yellow to that. I mean, come on, how fussy are you, for sake? It's a number plate, just stick it on the van, and that's it, job done. No, you've got to be fussy, haven't you? Yes, I do. So yeah, I'm going to do 2 holes in the middle of the black letters, and I'm going to do it like so because I can. There we go. What else was I going to say to that? I'm going to put it on with double-sided tape, but because the camera itself is going to be mounted right on the back there, I do not want any double-sided tape giving way on a wet, rainy day and losing my camera and my number plate all in one fell swoop. That wasn't bad for brain and tongue then, was it? One fell swoop. Blah, blah, blah. Try saying that fast 100 times backwards, standing on your head. Right. Let's get a drilling. Now, I don't want to go anywhere near the original holes, so I've got to stay away from there and there. So I'm going to go just to the outside of that and right in the middle of the X. Yeah, that should do it. Right, another top tip. When you're drilling through number plates. See, look, I've got no massive shed. Same problem. Massive shed, same problem. Go away. No, I've just had, we literally, yesterday afternoon, we cleared out the last little garagey shed thing for the mobility scooter. Got everything now in here. We have got the BSA A3 and its residing bits, wheels, fairing and all that lot. Yeah, I've got car parts, I've got, you name it, it's in here. Right, top tip, when you're drilling holes in number plates, it's easy just to hold that like that and ram a drill through it, but you could delaminate the letters and there create an air hole, which is not what you want to. Drill onto a piece of wood, so it's a nice clean drill hole straight through without delaminating any of the other layers of stickiness on there. Okay, right, now I'm organised. Needle pad, drill, tools, various cleaning equipment, messy patch. Right, well, let's clean this off to start with. My thingy of choice is Auto Glim Show Shine. The only reason being is because I've got loads in my shed, so let's just give that a squirt, just to loosen that. Oh dear. Oh, sorry, fella. I'm not going to deliberately squirt you, just because I'm good like that. Let's use that for buffing. Give that a minute or two. Look at it all trickling down there. Right, so yes, I found my camera. Here it is, and it's a motorised camera. So, by which I mean, on the back of the screen there's buttons, and you can move the camera, not physically, but the lens. You can move it to look up, down, you know, and all that to get the perfect view. And then that glues to the back of there, and then when you're ready to mount and you've got your holes all drilled and everything, you unpill that and that sticks to the vane. So I'm going to try and get it, if I can, here, so it's sort of central to the back of the vehicle. So if I put it there and I reverse back using the screen as the central point, that's not going to be centre, is it? Right, let's just pop that there and give this a little bit of a wub. A wub. That's not bad, is it? Yes, 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 we know it's you. Yes, thank you. Does the job pretty well, doesn't it, this stuff? In all fairness, it really does do the job pretty well. Thank you, mister. The reason he's barking is because where I live, it's right out in the countryside, but there's not very many houses here, but the houses that are high, everyone has a dog. So in the mornings, very early in the mornings, and in the evenings specifically, you have the dog chorus where they're all chatting to one another. It's quite amusing, actually. Yeah, a useless piece of information for you. Let's suck up that on there and give it a little rub. If I find stubborny areas where it is quite stubborn, look at little Spitty, look. Sorry, mate. I will use my very, very old, very neglected Razzle Dazzle Super Resin Polish. I'll tell you what, shame that it hasn't got a date on it. 2000. Oh dear, 24-year-old. I tell you what, I undid the lid yesterday. I didn't shake it like an idiot. I undid the lid and this water came out, but it's had a darn good shedazzling last night. So let's get a bit out on my wag. And oh no, that doesn't look ultra good, does it? But it saves throwing it in the bin, doesn't it? Just for a bin, use it and see what happens. You never know. If it does anything, it's a bonus, isn't it? Winston, enough already. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. Oh Christ, that thunder's following me around again, isn't it? Anyway, I don't want to bore you with all this, but no, that's not bad, is it? I will spend 10 minutes on this, and then we'll get to marking, drilling, getting the door card off on the inside, finding out what's what. Right, just very quickly, I'm not really getting anywhere with those stains on the back of the car because I'm basically using finishing polishes, aren't I? Now, I've been back in the shed through some of my boxes of my old cleaning products, and you know the ones I'm talking about, guys, don't you? The ones that have been sat on your shed shelf for about 15 years. Well, that stuff was on there for 24 years, I think it was, wasn't it? Do you remember back in the good old days of Bid Up TV and the like? GS27 scratch remover. Let's go this way. GS27 scratch remover. On any colour paint, as long as it's black. That's Henry Ford, wasn't it? Just one cream for all paints. Wipe out surface scratches. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Price $19.99. But wait, if you order in the next 5 minutes, you'll get one absolutely free. So there you go. Oh yeah, I was a muppet, and I paid about, I don't know, about 10 for these. And I've used them 2 or 3 times, hence I've not thrown it away, because hence it must have worked. But I've given them a good shake, a good manipulate. There's neither of them are full by a long way. And I've had a squirt, and all sorts of weird stuff's coming out. It looks like a bit of discharge, possibly from an old gearbox. I think I got out of that one quite well, didn't you? Yeah, so I am now going to Stanley knife these open, believe it or not, and I'm going to pop them in a nice little jar with a sealed lid, so I can dibby my finger in there with a bit of rag on the end of it, and swirly whirly, polishy wallishy. So I'm hoping that those two will go into here. Good old stir with a little fine stick. I have a fine stick somewhere. Yes, there it is, the fine stick. The fine stick indeed. So I'll give it a good stir, and hopefully I should come out with something I can actually flipping well use. Right, enough waffling, let's get back to the van. GS27, you know you need it. Okay, so there we have the contents of nearly 2, that's still got that much in it, nearly 2 GS27 Miracle Cream car cutting compound, scratch dent remover, wheel inflator, oiler stuff. I don't know, but anyway, it's so full I'm gonna have to go and use some on the car now. And I've had another great thought. Never throw nothing away, because it pays in the long run. You know what I'm saying, guys. Ladies, leave your men alone. If they say they might use it in the future, that's what's gonna happen. Over 20 years for this stuff, I'm sure, easily at mid-90s, if anything. So yeah, there we go. Just proof. That is pure concrete, solid proof that stuff. If you throw stuff away, you need it in 30 years' time. What's the point of that? You know, just keep it somewhere that's in the way constantly, and then you'll never forget that you got it. I don't know if that's right or not. Anyway, you're going to put some of this on the car. Anyway, incidentally, that second idea I thought about was the car headlights. yeah, the car headlights. And I have a bit of a buffer muffler up here. Excuse me, young sir. Incoming call. Oh, sorry, Aid. I'm halfway through making a video with my friend. I've got a friend in France, Adrian. Hello, Adrian. Thank you for calling. But as you'll see when you're watching this video, I'm busy. I don't know where I've put it. I really don't know where I've put it. It's here somewhere. It's a handheld, plug in the cigarette lighter, whirligig polisher effort, Dubry. It's not important. What is important is I get myself outside and get cutting. Right, let's go. Right, brew's been supped. And progress has been made very slightly. I did a Buffy. Now look at the colour behind. I don't know if the camera picks up or not. Let's turn that flash off a minute. Does that look the same? This is yellowy and this is whitey. So work that out. I don't know. Don't even ask. I haven't got a clue. Right, what I've done is I have held up the number plate, covering that gash there. Now I was going to rust protect that and then paint it, but I've just rust protected it with, come on, you should know this by now, Nutrarust 661. Is there anything it can't do? So that's been done, and I've treated all the holes that I've drilled inside there just to stop any rust forming. And when I offered that up there, it literally covered up that mark there and that mark there. But anyway, so it's kind of somewhere like that. Now that hole there, there's a very good reason for that, because I have to get the cable through the door like so. Now I've been through my box of rubber bits and pieces. Oh, never throw anything away, lads. Never throw anything away. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've been through there and I found this little sausage. Now it didn't have a hole in it. Admittedly, I just made that with my belt extender. So I made it a very small hole, enough room so I could push this plug from the camera through it. So I'm going to do that in a second, and then put that grommet in that little hole there. So that tidies all that up very nicely. Then I can run the cable through the back there, up into that little sausagey thing there, into there where I can make my connections, and everybody's happy. Was the reverse power cable green with a black stripe? I think it was. Somewhere it's telling me that it was, but that means I've got to take that panel back off again. But it's only temporarily on there, but with 4 screws. So that's good. Next thing is to get these riv nuts in with my new tool. Never used this before in my life. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with it, but it shouldn't be too hard, should it? Don't know. Yeah, I think that's the M8 one. That's the M6 one, because it's M6 there and M6 there. So they're all M6 one end, but it makes a difference. The difference end is that, so it's M8, M6, M5, M4, M3, something like that. So there you go. And I think that goes in there, but that goes in there before that with the wrong hand thread. See the wrong hand thread? I think that screws into that knob there, which when you're holding it, then that goes on there or something, and then the rivet screws on that way, so you push it through the hole up to the collar, I think, and then you're like doing a rivet through the hole, So yeah, one there, and hopefully I'm going to wind my little plastic M6 bolts into these riv nuts. I think it's a fantastic idea. It's probably been around a million years, but it's always missed me around. Right, got to do that. the camera sorted out, get the cable in there, and you'll be back next when I'm doing the wiring. Right, I'll see you in a minute. No, aside that, you want to see me do this, don't you? Right, so I've screwed that piece in just till it's in slightly. I haven't nipped it up or anything. That's on there to think. Yeah, top tip, don't do that and then try and screw them in, because it don't work. So I've learnt something already, so I'm going to keep that on there. Right, and then I'm going to put this end on there. Again, it's the wrong way thread, so undo to do up. Again, just nip it up there. Now I'm going to put the rivet on. It just starts to thread in. Oops, that's undoing it. Well, that's a bit stupid. Unless, right, okay. Let's just whack that in there a bit. No, it's bloody, stop it. Right, now let's take that out of there. Now you've taken it out of there, that it grips that black piece. So let's close that back up. So we're learning all the time, guys, aren't we? Guys and girls. So let's take that off, which is doing that back up. So let's nip that back up till that stops. Yeah. Right, but that's all loose. So let's take that off of there, which then gets a grip of that. So then I can put that on. I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up. Right, there we go. So I'm going to try and do this one-handed. I don't know how much power EG has left, but let's affix that there. I suppose it's just a question of, I guess that's a stop distance. I have no idea what that's supposed to be set at. Absolutely no idea. I think I should have set that before I started this, but I've got about 3/4 of an inch. That's way over, isn't it? Right, anyway, let's stick it in the hole. She cried. Right, she's in. Alright, agreed? Okay, now let's try and do that. No, I can't do it with one hand. I'm going to put you down for a sec. Right, well, once you get your two hands on it, it's really not too hard to squeeze together, but you just can't. Well, I can't do it with one hand because I'm a Joey now, aren't I? So anyway, now you untwist that, which undoes the thread. Let's get above it there. See the thread undoing? So that actually just releases the tool from the rivet that's in there. Hooray! I am happy with that. That is my first rivet ever. I am chuffed to pieces with that. Hooray! So it's all squished up, look like a rivet. It's all pulled in, and the metal's bowed out this outward, sort of external, like that. So it can't be pulled through the hole. It's all nice and tight. I am chuffed with that. I am going to put copper slip on it because my screws are plastic. Right, I'm going to crack on with the other one. No need to film that. Then I'm going to put the grommet on the camera on the number plate on the van, lead through the hole, and the grommet in the door. You'll catch me there, right? Stuff it, you're coming along for the ride. Right, so that's that. Let's just undo these quickly. It's fairly level, isn't it? I just fingered these in there. Finger tighted them in there. So let's just take that out. No, why does it do that? Why does toast fall butter side down? Do you know what? I am such a twat at times. I've tied the camera up in a rag, so when I'm poking this through the hole and this is dang, it's not scraping around on the tarmac like sandpaper, and then I go and do that. Why? Anyway, let's get that in there. Okay, let's grab it from behind. Must be a lady camera. Right, I didn't tie it too tight because I knew I'd be undoing it with uno hando. No. No. Right, go away. Now I need to get this grommet in the door. Yeah, get in there, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's flipping sexy, that. Proper watertight, isn't it? That's nice, I like that. Now I need to stick this on, but I really should mark whereabouts that is. It's somewhere like that. Something like that. Now, is that grommet going to be in the way of the bracket? Of course it is. Absolutely, of course it is. So, I'm going to fit the camera to the number plate first, then peel the backing off, and then offer that up whilst holding the camera, whilst poking the 2 screws in, whilst making myself a cup of tea. My camera lady is out and about doing things that ladies do. I don't know. So, yeah, Mummy Todd. Can I wait for her to... No, of course I can't. I'm impatient. I'm blank, for God's sakes. Right. Let's remove this M3M tape back in. You watch me drop this and it sticks to millions of other particulates. Right, okay. Now that needs to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. I reckon if I pull that camera taut just for now, stay. Don't be stupid. No. Just dress that there, sort of type stuff. Oh, where are you? Sorry, it keeps moving. Right, that gives me half a chance, doesn't it? Offering up the number plate. Now, I've worked it out that the top right hand edge of the bracket should sit behind the top right hand edge of the number plate. Oh, this is really a two-handed job. I've got to pause you there. Well, I'm not far away, but when that goes up there level, I can't push this back because it'll stick. When I'm level with the bolt hole there, the number plate encroaches on the lower half of the grommet. So that sits this piece of number plate off the van so it doesn't stick. So I'm going to need to do a little bit more adjusting. Sit still. Right, I've managed to adjust that grommet. Oh shit, it's stuck. Fuck off. Come on. No, bollocks. Oh, you son of a git. I've managed to adjust that grommet so it's not compromised. Oh, boys, that was freaking close, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Right, well, that's stuck to that. That's definitely stuck to the door. Like so. Let's pull that flex through that's remaining. There, I think that's rather enough, don't you? Let's bend that down a shag. I don't know how far it's supposed to. I suppose once I've got it set up, it's not bad, is it? It's a little bit inconspicuous. If you sort of squint and look over there, you can't see it. I am dead chuffed with that. Let's just wind them in. Arrgh. Oh, my brand new screwdriver, that's brilliant, isn't it? CK! That's from the old Sparky days. As you can see, I've cut the insulation off over the years. Because as you use your screwdriver as a chisel and I've got bloody all sorts of other nonsense. it rubs all that plastic up, and in the end you end up cutting a bit off, then a bit more, and I've gone right up to the hilt with this one. So this is my new chisel. Why is that not focusing? Do I need to? I don't need to force that, do I? That's going to be vertical, and that one, wow, it's just diabolical. Look at it. Okay, there we have fitted, and no spiders were harmed in the filming of this. There you go, fella. You're okay. Your home is untouched. It's not bad, is it? So there's camera. Now I've just got to kindly route this, like I say, through there, up into there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push a bit of this through. Obviously, take the two nuts off there, releases the tail light, and I can push this cable through, like so. Might even go and get my old fibre cable, you know, the transparent one, the nylon one, because that'll go through a lot easier in this new smoke retardant electrical cable. Tape it on, pull it back through, connect it up. Right, let's do it. Well, there's a stroker. Like, I've just removed the rear the tail light by pressing that part of the clipping, popping it out, and I just managed to get my fingers up in there and retrieve this. Okay, so I pulled it, and all this came out. This is what was coiled up behind that interior panel to connect to the plug of the rear view camera. So that basically just plugs into there. What we got in there, grid line or normal? Camera, grid line or normal? Oh, I see, you can have the grid lines on your camera, so you can see, like you know, line the grid lines up with the parking space lines, or normal. I'll be the judge of that. Right, and these other two cables are literally positive and negative, so I've got to find the negative, which is right there. I'm going to actually put a lug on it and bolt it onto there, and the positive is positive. I'll get my tester out and test. Right, okay, now let's get that camera cable through there first, through that thing. Right, chuffed to pieces. I haven't got to remove that interior panel. Right, top tip, when you're trying to feed this whatever cable you got through that hole in there, don't try and get your hand in there and that, because these sharp edges will slice your arms off. So you just literally unpop that, and I just poked it down there, wriggled and tiggled, straightened it, pushed it, pulled it, and I've got that bit out of there. Now, top tip is hold this up like that, or similar, so water can escape from it. Look at all the water that's poured out of there. Okay, let the water drain, because it's like that. Water does get in there over the years, and it sits there. So I wouldn't like to smell that, but that's what I was saying, basically. Make sure, get that straight, angle it down somehow, and pour the water out of it. There's only one that side, there's not one that side, look. Because the electric's on the thing. Right, now I've got to tie on that camera, and then pull back through, and then connect it in. Well, that wasn't difficult at all. Wouldn't like to do that for a job every single day, no. Anyway, I've learned more things now about stuff. So here's what I've learned. When you take these rubber bits off of these plastic bits which are clipped in there, it's easy to get your cable. Well, it's not easy. It makes life less difficult to get your cables through. Okay. Now, when you get to this stage, if that's in the hole, and you're trying to sort of get this lip up over this lip, just forget about it. You need to get your flat blade screwdriver into this tab here, and again to that tab at the bottom to free this side. And once you free this side like that, this whole thing pops out to this sort of situation you got here. Then you put that in that rubber boot, if you like, put that through there, and once that's all on there, then you just snap that back into place. There, that's topped it. That will save you 28.5 minutes. I know, been there. So it's done. Anyway, that's done now. I'm just gonna pop that back on, the rubber bit back on the clip, put the clip back in the door, say a few Hail Marys, go to the pool. Kids, an hour, Tetris, handheld, yes please, high score. Where am I going? I don't know. I come back and have another go, and then connect it all up, and then go and see the fruits of our labour. Right. Oh my golly gosh. Right, just before my bladder explodes, I'm going to do one little tiny little thing for a little bit more security. I know you think this is really anal, but I'm going to put a nut, oh shit, sorry, on the back of each number plate bolt. If you look closely, there's a blob of glue on there. Just so as whoever they try to unscrew it, it won't unscrew, or it will just spin with a nut on the back there. Yes, I know they could just get hold of it and rip it off, but it's not the point. It's just the way I do things. I can't help myself, all right? So that's just leave it. Leave it. Right, okay. So there we go. Hopefully that will dry nice and hard, she cried. Now I'm going to put some of this white fluff in here, and then whack that on. Whack-a-day. That is job done. I have also set of speakers to go in here. I also have one of those plinths with the USB charger, the cigarette lighter, and the other thing. Forget now. Cigarette 12-volt outlet. Well, 12-volt outlet for people to plug in whatever, travel kettles or whatever. Yeah, double USB charging point. And a C-type outlet, I think. Don't quote me on that. Right, I'm going to wrap this up here because I need to go and do stuff. Otherwise, it's going to be an accident. And I think this video's gone on far too long enough by half already. Okay, right, take care, guys. I'll see you again. No, you're shouting at the screen. I want to see your fucking screen working. Right, I need to go. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, okay. The plot. I wouldn't do that to you, would I? What are we on at the moment? Grid line. Okay. I've put the black trace in with the neutrals. Or negative, should I say? Negative. Because it's not 240, it's 12. Suit extra low voltage. Right. Salve. And the red one needs to go into the, it was black and green, wasn't it? Black and green one there, third one along. So I've just wedged that in there, look. Get out of the way. See, just wedged that in there. Right. Let's go and give it a go. I like that. I've just bent that down a bit further because otherwise we'll be looking at the fence, won't we? Right. Let's go and have a go. Right. Right, keys in ignition. Ignition on. Alright. Let's put that in reverses this way, I think. Ooh. Ooh, got all this It's really bright, because you've got a bright background. It looks dark. So what does this menu do at the back then? Ah, oh, that just makes it stupid bright. 76. That was a good year. Let's leave it at 76. So we've got brightness, contrast, colour, English, mode, and reset. Okay. I kind of like it with the lines on, because with the lines off, you've got no real gauge of anything. So now I can see where the back of my van is, see where it's level with the curb, not from the screen, but I can then remember where these, well, hopefully remember, you know, if it's middle of the yellow one or the yellow peg sticking out, like it's got to be level with the bottom kickboard of the garden fence, and then I'm butted up with the thing. Hey, I'm happy with that. That's good. Knock it out of gear, knock it back in gear. I'm dead chuffed with that. That's really cool, isn't it? Oh, incidentally, that thing with the engine yesterday, let's try it. I've not tried it today. It's stone cold. I don't think it worked. Nope, still doing it. That. So I will endeavour to change the second go. Works perfectly, but it is warm today, so that's good. I'm chuffed to bits with that. Oh my god, I'm really pleased with that. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I've got to unravel this cable because it's around there about a million times. I need to remove this this lamp and then pull that cable back up in there, tie wrap it up to one side, put that back on so that's nice and dressed around, because I'm good like that. It's good, isn't it? Now it's had a clean. It's all good in the hood. Giggity go. Oh, missing a clip there. Luckily I've bought a pack of clips. What else have I got to go? Like I say, the electrics in the back. I've got to sort out under the bonnet. Next job, without fail, no questions, is I've got to stop that oil leak. It's paramount. So next episode will be me getting all black and oily and shitty under the front of the van, intercooler out, glow plugs out, check them all. I bet one or two of them are more resistance than the other two, or whatever, something like that. I'll find something wrong with them, and yeah, change the oil, just get the water out of there, get all that flushed through, put the rad flush in it, heat it up, flush that out. Like I said on the last episode, give it a really good thing in, hot cold in here, just to open and close that valve, that heater valve, to get any crust that's in there, and then we'll start watching all the leaks form in the footwells where everything's fucking anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry if I'm a bit bloody, I don't know, I've got a feeling I don't get an awful lot of views because I just waffle too freaking much. I don't know, I can't help it. What can I say? But those of you that do comment politely, thank you. Like I said yesterday, on the last video, it's what it's all about. It's why I make these videos, just to bring a bit of silliness to people's thingies, with hopefully learning a little bit along the way. I'm learning all the time. I've actually bought some L plates. Yes, I've got some L plates, so I might include that in the title screen. L. Well, whatever. Is it the hand or the other hand? It's the other hand, isn't it? See, I got that wrong. Anyway, guys, take care. I'm in a good place mentally, which is good. Speech is better today, as you can tell. I'm waffling too much. And yeah, like I say, big hugs to everybody. Stay safe. Don't listen to the next person. Just do your own thing. Be good. Keep healthy. And I'll see you next time when I'm all blacked up. See you later.